Hi everyone, happy holidays. At the time of recording this, I am done with my second to the last term of school and I'm very excited. A lot has happened. As you can see, I no longer have locks, but not for long. I am trying to hold out, but I definitely want to get locks again. As well as I have left my current clinical placement, or I'm phasing out, and I am heading to a short-term placement to help finish my numbers. I won't lie to you guys, it has been a difficult transition from California to Texas, this being my third preceptorship in under a year. I've left for various reasons. It has been hard mentally to keep pushing forward because I didn't have this experience in California. Also, to be honest with you guys, I don't know if I'm gonna graduate on time. This upcoming term in January will be hopefully my last term in school. However, I need 18 more births and I'm just hoping it works out. I'm trying to be optimistic. I am leaving my family, so my family's staying in Texas and I'm gonna be gone for a couple months, which is the hardest decision I've had to make in a long time because I don't want to leave my kids or my husband. But it's for the greater good, and hopefully by April I'll be done with everything and I will be ready to take the the licensing board. So that's that. Some clinical fun highlights with me. I'm not getting a lot of births, but I'm getting a lot of clinical experience, and I am fine-tuning my spills and trying to be concise because I am very loquacious and a lot. I am working on my vaginal exam. I'm finding, the cervical opening a little bit more, so which is nice. I did have a birth last night and I was able to suture all by myself and anesthetize, which I have done in the past, but it's usually like I'll kind of start it and our preceptor takes over. By means, I'm not, proficient at it, but I am getting better. Each time I'll do a little bit more, so I'm very proud of myself. I do have a lot of imposter syndrome, especially because I've been through 3 preceptorships in under a year. Actually, I'll be at 4 preceptorships in under a year because I first moved to Texas in February of earlier this year, and I'm starting my new clinical practice in January. So it's been hard, and I started this to be transparent with you guys. When I first moved to Texas, I joined this practice, which I enjoyed the women. So I took on an additional preceptorship working with 2 midwives at the same time. However, that second midwife personality and my personality just didn't work together, so I chose no longer to work with her. And where I'm currently at is a phenomenal place. It's a high value birth center, and I think it is perfect for newer midwives or assist people with a little bit more time to kind of be there and grow. But I didn't have that time because, again, I'm supposed to graduate in April, so I'm needing a lot of births, and I didn't have an opportunity to have a lot of student births. And again, I need 18 more in all of my continuity, so it's just hard. So I made the best decision for me. As far as school load, I am passing my classes with all A's, not high A's, but all A's. I did take complications of immediate postpartum and labor, 2 clinical classes and a business class. I will say, fully transparent, that complication class kicked my butt. It is an exam at the end of the class, and I failed the first exam with a 75, and in school you need an 80 to pass, so I took it again and made an exact 80, which is nice. My butt. But also, I think it's just the way they kind of word things. They say that they're getting you ready for the norm, but the class and the test is a lot harder than the norm, which makes me feel good because this is the second time I didn't pass an exam and it's within 80, and it's just been, so I've been working on that. But overall, primary phase has been a lot easier as far as like quantity wise, but it is a little bit harder, and the definite information that they want you to have, which I think I mentioned before, because typically you'll have at least 2 clinic classes, right? So that's 180 hours of clinicals that you're supposed to be doing, and they just want to make sure that you are effectively getting those numbers and allocations. The clinical classes are amazing. I have spoken to one of the clinical teachers a lot, and it kind of helps. It's just hard when it's an online school, it's easy to feel like it's just you going through these things. And I think I said it in previous videos, it's not just you, but it's easy to feel that way. So reaching out to, you know, your peers and friends and having that groups, which is really nice. Another thing I want to say is that if anybody has contacted me through this, you know, because you found me on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever the case is, and I don't respond, it's because life is super hectic. But everybody who's reached out to me, I've definitely tried to stay in contact and check up on you or help offer assistance in any way I can. And if I don't respond back, it is Georgia with my heart, not my head. It's just, again, like I said, I'm just being pulled in 1,000 different directions, but I would like to help in any way that I can. Oh, that being said, I am moving to my last phase of school. I have 3 classics. None of them are didactic. They're more is norm prep, clinical, and clinical competency. So I'm done with everything. I just need those blasted numbers. I'm excited, and you know, I feel for students starting out in your observe phase and your assist phase, or even those in your primary phase. And if you're thinking about giving up, or if you're in a hard place, don't. Just keep pushing forward. It's very easy to question if this is the right choice, or also question why it's so hard. And it's also okay to cry, because I have done all of those, and it's hard. I just want to say that, and you're not alone. And I'm sorry that this is not a longer video. I don't have much to say beyond, you know, going through clinical placements, which I like because I'm getting different experience in so many different ways. Next time I maybe will do a video on kind of following me as I prep for the NARM. I am a studier, so I plan on studying for that earlier and later. I'll show you regardless if I pass or not. I hope I passed on the first time, but usually if I don't pass something, I eventually will pass it. Unrelated fun fact about me is that my husband rides motorcycles, and I wanted to ride motorcycles, but I just kept not passing that driver's license test. I took it for the motorcycle, and I guess driver's license too. California's kind of funky, but I took it 4 times, and I would pass one and fail the other, and fail one and pass. I would never do it at the same time. So eventually I passed both, and it was phenomenal. So come back, kid. But how are you doing? I hope these videos also do serve a purpose. It always warms my heart when I see people leave messages, because I feel so nostalgic, because I remember getting accepted into MCU and being really excited about this process and looking at videos. And again, I think I've mentioned it was 2 people who's doing YouTube, and then they stop, and I get it. There's times where I want to stop, and again, I'm not posting as much content anywhere because it is a lot. But I think since I'll be leaving and I'll be by myself, I can lock in and make day in the life videos, and you know, how I study, because I think that is very hard for people to kind of figure out how to study. I'm old-fashioned, but I just want to tell you guys that I get it, and I see you guys, and I hope you like these videos, and see you guys in the new year. Bye.